Hey guys, welcome to Kachi Bachi. Today we are talking about Flatter. It is a starch-free pressing solution. So it's used to help you get flatter seams, smoother seams, less stretch when you're sewing, and you can use it on garments and stuff like that as well. It is touted to be easy on sensitive skin and says it won't hurt the environment. So we're going to look a little further into that. Stay tuned and see what we found out. Guys, I'm supposed to tell you our tagline, which is we're helping you with our hobbies. So now I can check that box and Jared will get off of my back.
Do that, but with subscribing and hitting the like button.
You apparently need to be told to hit the subscribe button and the like button. I have to tell you, otherwise I cannot proceed with my video. So right. Moving right along. Now we get to do what I like doing. We're talking about Flatter. Flatter is put out by a company called Soak. If you haven't heard about Soak, you definitely should look into that product. It is used in the fiber arts community very heavily for setting your any yarn-based product, so knitted, crocheted, tatted, all that sort of thing. You can soak it in Soak, and then you don't have to rinse it out. It's a 15-minute process for actually just soaking it. You roll up and dry your project and then set it. Super awesome and very environmentally friendly ingredients there, to be sure. This is put out by the same company. Today I am reviewing the actual functionality of it as well as its ingredients. So starting with how well does it work? And honestly, what you do with this is take, and as you are pressing or as you are piecing and pressing, which typically go hand in hand, you will spritz your project and then press it. And so this definitely is far more functional than steam. So a lot of quilters go back and forth as to whether or not you should use steam or not. It's personal preference there. I personally find that having water or a starch alternative presses my blocks better than an iron with steam. And it's superfluous to keep steam in my iron. Honestly, it just means going upstairs and getting filtered water to put into it, which is not necessarily my favorite thing to do every 2 hours when I'm quilting. So instead, I do use a pressing solution of some sort. I have been playing around with this Flatter for quite a few months now, seeing how I really like it. As far as its actual, does it do its job? I think it does it fine. I don't have any issues with it. It does smell nice. The nice thing about starch-free alternatives, which is what a lot of quilters use, is that they don't build up. You don't get white flakes on your projects. They are not as heavy as a starch, so it's not going to make your project stand up straight. There are other products that will do that. This is just going to give me the stability that I need when I'm sewing one piece to the next. And when I'm working with bias and such like that, it's going to help keep it a little bit more stable. So it's not going to be as prone to stretching on me when I'm sewing. This does that. Don't hold it by the cap. I don't think that it does a better job or does a worse job than some of the other pressing solutions out there. Things like Best Press and Acorn pressing solutions or precision pressing solutions. Those are going to be other starch-free alternatives. And I think that this does equally as good a job as those items. So moving on from that, we'll talk about the bottle. I've seen a lot of people complain about the bottle. I actually really like the bottle because it puts a fine mist. So some of the other pressing options come in squirt bottles. And so when you do that, you get droplets, as you can see here, as opposed to a fine, even mist. And so I personally feel that you get a better distribution of your product with this type of bottle, and it's less wasteful. If you have arthritis or carpal tunnel or all of that, I can understand that it's inconvenient to pump as opposed to spray. Across the board, I think a lot of people are transitioning to those like mist bottles, and that would be great for this. The bottle, though, is not a concern for me. I personally really like the mist bottle, and I transfer my other products to bottles like this when using them. So
Just want you to watch out for ums.
okay. Far as bottles go, I personally like this, and I think it's a pro as opposed to a con. The scent is something that I would probably say offended me, if you would, more than the bottle. The scent is supposedly a very mild scent, and I find it to be relatively strong in comparison to other products that I've used, like Best Press. For this, I got the yuzu flavor, which is like a citrusy flavor, and I do like the scent of it. It is just very strong. I would probably mix it with their unscented to kind of help dilute it for daily use. Is odor always used as a bad thing?
No,
I don't know.
I think odor is like just a generic.
What you smell, guys? Yeah.
Man, that odor on you really smells good.
Right?
That's
It
a
just
lovely
typically
odor.
seems negative when people are like, you have a very strong odor coming off of you. I would not think that that was a compliment. Yeah, and it's getting nice bubbles in there, which are cute, but you can see them. That's superfluous. Sorry, guys. That's mom brain talking. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. As far as like the actual product usage,
Uses. We'll get
Product
product
uses.
uses. Product
It's
uses.
late. It's 11:50. This is what we do when our kid goes to sleep. But because I care about you and what products you use in your life, I am reviewing this for you.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like so you don't have to do this at 11 a.m.
PM?
11 p.m. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so as far as the actual product goes, I really do like the product. I like what it does. I'm satisfied with the results that it provides for me. And then I like the product packaging as well. I find it to be useful and effective. That brings us along to their other claims, which is that it is easy on sensitive skin and that it won't hurt the environment. One thing that is very environmentally friendly is the actual bottle that the product comes in. It is made from recycled resin, or post-consumer resin, which means it's already been used once and recycled, and that includes the cap and the like squirt bottle part, sprayer, if you would, as well as the label is made with water-based inks. So in general, that is actually probably much better for the environment than its counterparts or competitors, if you would. That being said, Flatter is very transparent about the items that go into their product, which is very, very nice, and I will absolutely give them props for that because the other main competitors in this range do not share that. They aren't as forthcoming with that information. So all we can really do is judge them by what they say. We can't really compare them to other products as far as are they better or worse, because I am personally not a scientist with access to a lab that can determine the ingredients of the other competitors. But because they do provide us with that information, we're able to do our own research and see if they meet up to the claims that they have on their packaging. So the very first thing is that it says, "This smooth operator leaves fabric sleek, soft, and static free." Agree with all of those things. Plus, the mild formulation is easy on sensitive skin and won't harm the environment. It's made with plant-derived and renewable ingredients. The soft mist sprayer is for an easy distribution. There are no sulfates, silicones, SLS, SLES, and definitely no wrinkles. It's biodegradable, phosphate-free, and dye-free. So, when you look up these ingredients on their website, which we have a link to their website with the list of ingredients below, one of the ingredients, and I'm totally going to botch the pronunciation of this, even though I looked up how to say it, it is methylisothiazolinone.
methylisothiazolinone.
And from here on out, we're going to call that MI because that is what it's called across the world. So that definition or name is definitely linked below. You can look up into your own research on it. However, MI is a synthetic biocide, which this says, well, it doesn't say synthetic. It says plant-derived and renewable ingredients. So to me, that's not synthetic, but I have my own interpretations of things. So it's a synthetic biocide and preservative, and it's used in a lot of personal care products. The thing about it is that it is an allergen for a lot of people. And has been linked to lung toxicity, allergic reactions, and possible neurotoxicity. It was named the Allergen of the Year by the American Contact Dermatologist Society, which that's super exciting. And it is banned from cosmetic use in Canada and Japan. So, all those things being said, I don't necessarily think personally, with my limited understanding of things and terms and definitions, I wouldn't call that good for sensitive skin. If you are using it on your projects, then you're not spraying it directly on your skin. It's going to get on your skin and it's going to get on the things that you use. So, I don't know. So I would say that I have sensitive skin or mildly sensitive skin when it comes to like lotions and especially like face creams and stuff like that. I'll get a rash if I use the same moisturizer for a month. So I have to cycle through them or not use moisturizers, which yay for anti-aging there. But anywho, I would say that I have mildly sensitive skin. This did not give me an allergic reaction. I do not know the quantities of that in here. It is probably necessary to have some sort of like stabilizer or what do they call it? Preservative. I understand that there's a need for that in products. I honestly couldn't tell you what a better product, stabilizer or preservative would be. But I don't think that you can claim to be good for sensitive skin and have ingredients that were known as the allergen of the year in your project either. I think that they are largely banking on people's understanding of their soak product, which doesn't contain things like that, so it would be probably more allergen friendly. This, however, does contain those things, and if you just trust them on their reputation and on other products that they have that are really great products, then you would probably not look too much further into this and may wind up with an allergic reaction. That being said, I respect the fact that they provide you with the information that this is in their projects. The next thing they say is that it won't harm the environment. So that same MI,
methylisothiazolinone.
It is moderately to practically non-toxic to birds and moderately to highly toxic to freshwater and estuarine marine organisms. So their claim that it won't hurt the environment is kind of 50-50 there. And so in the same sense that I say I wash all my projects before I gift them, that means that all of the MI that is in this that went into my project then goes into the water, which goes into our marine system. So won't hurt the environment. Don't really know that that claim can be made. You can be the judge of that for yourself. Pro. They openly release this information to the public. Other starch alternative products don't. They simply claim acid-free or non-toxic. Is there anything better on the market? Not to my knowledge. Would I buy it again? Probably. I honestly might be the best alternative to water and vodka. And I need something that I can trust that's going to work when I go sit down to sew consistently and every single time. Water and vodka is really the only alternative that I have found. It's not really as consistent. I've tried like different amounts of water to different amounts of vodka and none of them seem to work. And I don't personally really enjoy the scent of vodka when I'm quilting. I'm more of a whiskey person. I would be hard pressed to waste my whiskey on my quilting. Just saying. So as far as cost goes, actually you're paying probably a little bit more. This is a 12-ounce bottle and you can get it anywhere from $12 to $15. The common alternatives, you're paying $12 to $15 for a 16-ounce bottle. So you are paying a little bit more for this. It is made from recycled packaging. Is it worth it? Would I potentially buy it again? Probably. Is there anything better that's better for the environment? Not that I know of. Do other products do this exact same thing equally as well? Yes. Can I buy those products in bulk, like in a gallon, which is better for the environment because it's not as much plastic packaging? Yes. Can I buy this in bulk? No. You kind of have to weigh those things out for yourself and determine based on your uses and what you allow into your home as to what's going to be the best option for you. That's my take on it. You are welcome to check out the links below that have all the data that I found about this product, about its ingredients. You're welcome to absolutely share any information you have with me in the comments. I would love to know your experiences with it. Did you get a rash? Have you gotten a rash from some of the other common alternatives? Do you have a better environmentally friendly solution for getting flat, beautiful blocks? Yeah. So let me know. I would absolutely love to learn. I'm always about keeping my home and house as clean and safe as possible for my family and for the people that I'm gifting things to. So thanks for joining us today. I hope you found this interesting and informative. If you have any topics that you would like us to cover in the future, please just put a link in the comments below and I would love to look into that for you. Thanks.